Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. This is my third try trying to make this video because I keep getting interrupted. I'm not even joking. The first one I accidentally cut it off, trying to check the time. That's on me. And the second time, literally, I was like a minute in and I got a phone call and I was like, so hopefully nothing drops me this time because I'm leaving it unless it's work. Yeah. But yeah, not much has really happened in the last week. We've got like a little coat rack that's just down there. We're gonna put up there, sort of hang stuff like the robes that are down there. Make it a bit easier. I'm not picking it all up again. I've done that the last two times. I'm just like, I want to get this video done. I want to get it done. But yeah, I was just playing Among Us. I've done 500 tasks apparently. My God, I need a life. But yeah, so we've been doing a little bit of organising, like our food. This was full of like all crap and all that, but now it's organised, all full of snacks. We've got more snacks and more snacks down. That's like lunch food down there. But yeah, so we've got food actually organised. We just have a bag down there, and it did always frustrate me because you had to keep moving it if you wanted to get to places, and yeah, the Funko Pop boxes I brought yesterday, but I've not had time to take them downstairs. And yeah, all this is just like Christmas presents. Yeah, like this is all Christmas presents in them two bags, and everything all down there is Christmas presents as well. Like all underneath Hiccup, pretty much. Most of it is Christmas presents. And speaking of Hiccup, let's go quickly have a look. I don't want to disturb him. Look at him. He's just vibing, blessing. He's just asleep. He usually sleeps about this time of day. So I just tend to leave him. I don't touch him during the day. I don't stroke him. I just let him sleep. Which means obviously he gets to sleep. He's not tired and all that. So it's nice to get him into a bit of a routine. So he usually sleeps between 12 and 5, I would say. I like to be able to sleep at any given time. I tried to have a sleep schedule, but it just don't work for me. Yeah, so not much has really happened. Anything that's really changed is the big TV is now on the wall, and the Millennium Falcon is not here anymore. It's now safe and secure up on the chest of drawers. And to be honest, the likelihood of me knocking into it is a lot slimmer than it being there because we were still had to put in the TV up. We knocked the Millennium Falcon ever so slightly. Like a whole back panel fell off. It's like, ooh. Luckily my girlfriend was staying at her mum's that night, so I was like, thank God she's not here. I live to fight another day. Like she came back the next day and fixed it because she was the one that built most of it. I only built like bag 14, that was it. So I was like, right, I'll leave you do it because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, so that made it a bit easier. Sorry about that, I'm a bit tired. I've been awake since like 6:30 and I've literally still got about 11 hours before I can actually go to bed. I've basically got another full day's worth of being awake. Yeah. Yeah, that bag down there for a main can is also full of stuff I need to wrap for Christmas. So I'm going to work through that over the next week or so, I reckon. I'm going to try and get all the presents wrapped tomorrow. Sort of like have like a lazy day. I built the helicarrier because I've got a helicarrier to go just up here. And that should come up most of that space in the PS4. I'll just slide underneath the Millennium if I have to. And that'll take up all that space. Yeah. Are you awake now? I won't disturb him. He's like half awake, half asleep sort of thing. So I won't disturb him. Unless it's little cotton socks. I don't want to finish the sentence. It can sound like something dodgy. Oh, I'm just looking at my Funko Pops and I've actually I'm going to show off some of my new ones. So, I found a Funko Pop in a store in the city. And it was a very, very, very good bargain. So, I've wanted this Funko Pop since it came out in July 2021. Or around that time. But just as I was about to buy it, I had the money to buy it and everything, it suddenly sold out everywhere and it shot up in price like 4, 5, 6 times the price. And I could not find it. I could find it, but I wasn't going to pay that amount of money for it. Until Monday, when I was picking up my girlfriend up from work, I just looked around the shops. I was like, let's just see what there is. And I found not one, not two, but 3 white-coated Yelena Belovas from the Black Widow movie. So, being, typical Funko Pop collector, not only did I buy one, I bought one to sell. And you can see it cost me $14.99. And if you $14.99 for this Funko Pop, and if you look online, the average cost of them selling is in the UK is about £91 at this moment. £91. So we got one to sell. I brought one, and my girlfriend brought one after work, and then we're gonna sell this one. Obviously, we make the money back plus anything on top of that, so we make a fuck ton of profit. So, how are we gonna earn profit? But from one, why not sell 2? So I've got 2 Yelenas to sell on one on my shelf. I don't usually do stuff like that, but when I saw the price, when I saw them in there, there's literally 3 left. I was like, they'll be gone by the end of today. If I buy one for £15 for my collection, we buy one. Even if you just brought one to sell, we'd make the money back on both of them, and we'd still get £60 profit. But my girlfriend went and brought 2, because then that's like £45. So even if you sold one, you get £45 profit. If you sold the other one for £91, you get another £91 profit. What we can do, we can sort of add the postage into the profit as well. Sort of charge the profit, it'd come out of our money, if that makes sense. So this makes it so much easier. And yeah, I'd have to figure out a way to wrap it as well, because obviously that's what I'm going to keep hold of. I've got 2 small boxes I can put a Funko Pop in, so I am going to keep them boxes, just so if I do sell them, I can put them in the boxes, and it makes it so much easier. And excuse the works behind me, there's a bit of construction work going on down the street, so also I can't do anything about that. These things happen, and I've just got to show you this. Look at him. He just flopped down, bless him. Rabbits don't do that often. They only do that if they're comfortable and happy. Mainly comfortable, so the fact he's doing that is really good. So he's happy where he is, and yeah, we brought him the little blue thing in his corner. That's gotta be that's his little box, because at the moment he's starting to after a few days he's starting to smell, his wheeze starting to smell, because he wheezes in the same spot all the time. Well, wheeze and poos in the same spots. Obviously, it's quite strong. Because he's now clean the whole cage every few days. We just whip that out every other day, put it in a bin, put some new sawdust in it, put some new hay in it, obviously clean it out of course, and then just sort of hopefully get rid of the smell a bit, because he does a few poos around it, but he mainly goes in this corner, which is quite nice. So yeah, hopefully he'll keep going in there. It seems like he's mostly going in. There's a few. There's 3-4 poos outside of it. So yeah, nothing too major. Yeah, it's not really that much that I've done. There's not really more Funko Pops I've brought, because I sort of had no money the last 4 weeks. it's all been going towards Christmas. Like, I overspent on Christmas this payday. I spent like 60 quid. I think I want to spend about 20, 30. But yeah, the Funko Pops I have brought this payday because I basically got some money back from HMRC for like compensation for my complaint, even though I should have got £361.40 from them. I brought some Black Panther Funko Pops. So I brought Namor just down here, I brought Namora, and I've also brought Atuma. I hope I said the name right and don't get demonetized. But when I opened up Atuma, I hope I say his name right, his leg was off. But I think on most Funko Pops, their legs, that's when like most of their legs do come off on some of them, and his is all like separate. So his leg did pop off, but we managed to get it back in, and they're fine. He's got a stand, so to me, as long as he's got the stand and his leg's still on there, I'm happy. Like I was contemplating returning it, but yeah, obviously most people who collect Funko Pops wouldn't notice that because they keep them in the box. Yeah, but yeah. So we've got 4 new Funko Pops in the last few weeks. I know, spent a lot of money on Funko Pops, but the Elena was 15. I had to buy that one because that's worth £91 if I sold it. So I'd I'd be seated saying that it's a good investment. I make a bit of money back, and then Namora, and Atuma were £11 each. So it's not that bad. I literally ordered them yesterday, picked them up yesterday. Because I only order them if they're in the store for like click and collect rather than like pre-order, because pre-order I know can take a few months. I don't know they're there, and there's like half a dozen of each in store. So I was like, okay, why not? So good boy, cat. Good boy. But yeah, so I've just been vibing. Not brought many Funko Pops. I've been playing PlayStation really. I've been at work a little bit. Like I had like 5 days last week, and this week I've got like 3. So I've gone from 5 shifts to 3. So it's sort of weird, but at the same time nice because it's been a weird week. I have to go to a fire drill on Monday, which has to like the fire drill training once a year and all that jazz. So that was fun, and it was Halloween. So of course I rocked up to work for a fire drill dressed as a Jedi because why not? And they just looked at me like, we expected nothing less from you. So with the fire drill, I had like broke up to like different groups and sort of looked and had to basically do the evacuation. We have had one of our colleagues sit like be unconscious in one of the screens. Obviously, they weren't unconscious; they were fully conscious, but like essentially in the screen, and there were no fires. But yeah, obviously, it's just to make sure it's like a test. It's like, but we don't know what screen they're in, so obviously you have to fully check everywhere. I'd be like, right, okay. But obviously, we weren't told the lights were on. So with any saving at the moment, the cinema wasn't technically open, so the lights weren't on in some of the screens. So, and they're not. They're on in some, off in some. Like, so I have my lightsaber. It's like a torch. The person in my team, I give them the other half the lightsaber, so we just sort of walk around the screen, not lightsaber dueling, but we still like using it as like to see our way through, even though we didn't need it, but like in the dark areas, just in case we needed it, because it does light up a little bit. And then we were done within like 2 minutes, literally in our screen, checked it all, out the fire door and at the assembly point within 2 minutes. And like, are you sure they weren't in your screen? I was like, yes. We checked everywhere behind the screen. We checked everywhere. They couldn't have physically been there. There's nowhere for them to hide unless they're clinging to the ceiling for dear life. And like, boss making out like there's actually someone in there. So like, I'm just joking. They're not actually in the screen. They're in the pitch black one, which makes it, in my opinion, even funnier because yeah, I didn't hang around. I don't know if anyone waited around or something like that, but I didn't hang around because in a fire, you do not hang around. You get people out and you get yourself out. Obviously, if I was working, yeah, it depends because obviously some places like, we've got like fire curtains. Obviously, if there was a fire, they'd come down. So if you couldn't physically get out the screen if you wanted to. You'd get out, but you wouldn't be able to get to another screen because of the fire curtain. You'd get to like another one opposite, and that's about it. You couldn't get to like the toilets or anything like that, so yeah, you couldn't physically leave. If that makes sense. You have to go through one of them exits, so it just makes it easier. But yeah, but enough about work. I've got to work in a few hours. But I am going to end this video here because Hiccup is sleeping and looking fucking adorable. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. See ya!